In my 17 years of living, I think I've learned quite a bit of things. From the experiences I've shared with my friends to the things that I've encountered on my own. I've struggled a lot through my life, but I've learned to pick myself back up whenever I needed it the most. And without the people around me and the things that I've learned throughout my life, I don't think I would have been able to find my way once again. I've done my best to learn from all my mistakes and do my best to grow from them. So without further ado, here are some of the things I've learned in my 17 years of living. I've met some really dope people in my life, and I've learned a lot from each and every one of them. I've been taught so many lessons and ways of the world from all the memories I've made with them. Some have stuck with me for so long and seen me through my absolute worsts, but they've also seen me come back from it and grow as a person. A lot of people would call me out on the dumb things I've done just to keep me in check. I really respect those people and acknowledge that they're able to do that for me, because sometimes you yourself, you can't always notice the mistakes that you're making. Life would be incredibly different without them, and I thank every single one of them for being there for me. I've also realized that people are a lot nicer than you think. Everyone is just trying to do their best in life, and no one really wants to hurt anyone. Everyone just wants to be liked and they want to fit in. However, I've learned that everyone is not going to like you, and you can't please everyone. My family has always been incredibly supportive and caring in whatever I do. We're not the closest family out there, but my family always makes sure that we're going on the right path. I feel like the more you talk with them, the more you'll be able to grow as a family and just to make more memories and have a tighter bond. They're the people that will always stick by your side when everything hits the fan. I've also learned to enjoy just the time that I've had with my parents. They are growing old, and I feel like I want to do as much as I can with them before they can't really do as much anymore. By spending a whole bunch of time with them, I'm making even more memories that we can all look back on in the future. My parents have done so much for me, and they've inspired me so much to continue to push forward and continue to work hard so I can repay them in the future. My cousins and my sibling are people that I've grown a lot closer to in the past years. Initially, I thought they were just people that I would just have fun with, and I wouldn't really have that deeper bond with them. But after I've grown up and through all these years, they're actually some of my closest friends now. I'm really happy that I'm able to be really tight with them, while also knowing that I'll be seeing them for a while. The internet has been a huge factor in everyone's lives in the past decade. It's taken over the world and is used in so many aspects, it's kind of hard to keep up with everything. The phone in your pocket is a handheld computer that has access to billions of information out there. And you can also connect to almost any person in the world just through this one device. This power just really amazes me because of how much information you can just learn so quickly. Our society has integrated the internet into almost everything that we do, and it's crazy to think about how much that we've done in this short time. For me, using the web has become a daily thing for me. I use the web in every single way to fulfill my daily needs. I'm grateful how our society has adapted to the internet for people like me who really want to grow and get out there. I'm also really thankful to the internet because it's taught me just a lot of the skills that I have today. Because if I want to learn something, I just look it up on the computer and I can get a full tutorial on it. And it's wild to think how a lot of the work that I do, I kind of just learned by myself through the internet. The way someone thinks and how they're able to process decisions based on how they're grown up really fascinates me. I never realized how powerful thoughts really were until last year. I'm a big believer in thinking that every person can do anything that they put their mind to, if it's in the realm of realism, of course. I've learned that actually putting my mind to something and sticking to it yields a lot more results than I would expect. You might not get the most shocking and astounding results that you'd expect, but you will see some type of progress, and I feel like that's all that matters, really. I believe that you're bound to achieve something if you put some type of work in. Another valuable thing I've learned throughout the years is how easy it is to get yourself down on something. It's really easy to just beat yourself up, and it's incredibly hard to pick yourself back up. For me personally, it's best for me to release my own emotions through what I like to do rather than having it being released on someone else. It's really is difficult to pick yourself back up when you're down so bad. There's going to be ups and downs, and you can take everything at your own pace. There's no rush in doing anything. In my 17 years of living, I haven't learned nearly enough about life as I'd want to. I've only done so many things in my life and I have so much yet to experience. But I feel like in the short list of things that I have done, I've found some concepts that I plan to take with me for the rest of my life. 1. Everyone's life has a destination that they're set to take. We were all put into this life for a reason and we were meant to do something with our lives. But what differs is what path they take to get there. There's going to be constant loops and turns in our lives and it's not going to be a straight path. We have to find our own way of making the most of our life and finally reach our own destination. 2. Growth isn't linear. When you're trying to get better at something, it's not going to happen overnight. It's a long process to improve and actually see results. I feel like it's the little things that you should really take notice of to motivate you to keep going. It's inevitable that you'll get better one day and you'll get worse another. Looking back at where you started and where you are now is a big motivation to me. It really is inspiring to see all the hard work that you put in and see the results even though they may be minuscule. I feel like reflecting back on your past and looking back on how much you've grown in your work really exhibits just how much time and effort you put into something. And 3. Change is inevitable. Change is something that everyone will go through, whether they see it or not. The world is constantly changing and it's hard to keep up. You want to be moving with the world and moving with others around you. I still got a lot to learn. I'm only 17. There's so many experiences that I've yet to go through and I'm excited for what lies ahead of me. You can completely disregard everything that I've said in this video and that's completely okay because I'm just another person just trying to find my place in life like everyone else.